taking away the... Oh, I didn't even actually put the splash screen up. Never mind. Oh well, still. It's not like I'm on camera or anything. Everyone got to see my beautiful cat. So, last week was fun. So then, Dungeon Master Seph, would you like to tell us a story?
Last week, our intrepid band made their way to the small castle on a pirate's island, where Professor Karth's old colleague, Professor Foster, was dabbling with illithids, having turned himself into a gnome flayer. However, they arrived just in time to save the poor professor from an old enemy converted into a new breed of illithid.
An old enemy being a new enemy.
However, after sending the professor and his assistant on their way to the nearest facility where they'd be safe, the party found themselves slipping into unconsciousness, waking up in a Minotaur village. We continue our story in the village, with the party resting in their yurt. Give me a second, I shall put us there now.
This yet looks like a ship.
Shoosh.
So, what do you think our plan of action should be?
Well, out of character, I believe that when we left off last session, we were going to see the leader of the Minotaurs.
The chief.
That big chief. Yeah.
Yes. Chief Beef. Sorry. Yes, and then we're going up the mountain. I'm so not looking forward to the spider goats.
I was about to ask, like, do we actually know that in character? But then I just remembered, yes, it was discussed. I made stupid, rolls and actually knew what they were. Haha.
You know exactly what the spider goats are.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had mentioned our friendly host.
Yeah.
Here's a little refresher for the audience.
Do it.
Spider goats. The fairies are breeding spider goats.
Perfection.
It looks so smug. I love it.
It looks like it. It looks like it belongs with the Terrys.
They don't like it.
Speaking of the Terrys.
The derp look in their eyes. All they need is a wet handkerchief and they could pass off as a Monty Python character.
Oh, God.
And there we go with the first comedy pop reference of the day.
We're off to a fantastic...
I think we've broken Jurnis.
I will punish you for this.
My brain nod.
This is why
Just
Sammy
looking
died.
at them.
No, I'm not that vindictive. I'm just gonna be quiet and sip my cider.
You have cider?
Yes, I have a delicious Irish cider called Orchard Thieves. It is my
Well, at least it's not Strongbow.
It's one of my favourite drinks. Unfortunately, you can't get it outside of the Republic of Ireland, so... Well,
You had
can
to
get
smuggle it in?
Yeah, I got it when I was in Dublin. You can't get it by the bottle or the can here. You can only get it on draft, and I don't tend to drink when I go out in bars because I have to drive. Anyway, back to the thing.
You just need to bring the keg home and set up a bar in your basement.
See, last time I did that, they called it theft, so I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
You don't take it from those who already have it on tap. Anyway.
Let's go meet the chief. We can leave Anarchy playing with the kids. because she would think this is boring adult stuff.
What's in your
Yeah.
mouth? What is in your mouth?
Nope.
Give me that. No, it's the other half of the mouse. Okay, you know what? You can keep that.
Okay, I must have missed a story about a mouse.
She
Earlier
caught a mouse
today?
earlier on and ate half of it, left the other half in the garden, and she just came in the window with the tail in her mouth, and now she's eating it in the corner of the room.
Well,
God damn it, she.
at least she's not chewing up her computer mouse.
That is true.
Cats.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough shenanigans. I assume we
Yeah.
all pile out of the tent and follow this fluffy, beefy boy towards the chief.
This fluffy, beefy girl.
Yep, we fluffy beefy girl, Sildra.
Aw, she's cute.
Beautiful lady.
Yes.
She little bit cautiously starts leading you towards the largest of the yurts.
Mm.
Yeah, there's quite a few warriors posted around it. You can tell this is clearly the big guy's tent, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the warriors kind of just greet her. They're fairly relaxed, but you can tell that she doesn't usually come this close to the
Yeah. That's what I
to the
figured.
yurt.
Mm.
She goes, I just need 1 or 2 minutes just to inform the chief that you're outside. 1 second, please.
No worries. We'll wait.
Don't you worry about it.
Okay, she kind of
Okay.
scootles inside. A couple of the warriors are kind of checking you guys out. Seeing basically sizing you up.
Mm-hmm.
They seem more impressed by Storm and Jeremiah than the rest of the party.
Of course.
But
We're
bear
the big
in mind-
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bear in mind they be big boys themselves.
Exactly. Let them think what they want to think. They don't know that Squish can kick their ass, and that's our little secret.
Well, and Anarchy killed them before they can see her.
Oh, God. I'm a fucking idiot.
You okay?
Yeah. Just for some reason, I closed the tab that had Roll20 on it.
I have done that
Don't you worry
so many
about
times.
it.
We've all done it at least once.
It's okay.
Some of us have done it twice.
I have done it several
So-
times whilst being the DM.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Yep.
Anyway,
And then you covered it up by saying, oh, the internet's spotty.
now he's just never noticed I haven't opened them quick enough. So, they're just watching us, I suppose?
Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes. Then Sildra kind of comes back outside and goes, okay, the chief is ready to meet with you now. Just try to be a little careful. He's a little bit testy right now.
Hey, no worries. That's why we kept our captain over there with the kids.
You showed in, and in the centre of this, basically the yurt is kind of divided into sections with little, like, screens, sort of wooden screens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He's-
rooms.
Essentially, yeah. He's sat in the centre of this greeting hall. It's not quite a throne, but it's sort of getting there.
Yeah.
He's sitting on a very elaborate
Big
chair.
man's big chair.
Oh,
Basically, yeah.
yeah, and he's only got one good eye.
I love that
Yeah.
the Minotaur seems to have a mustache. It's curious.
He has
Yeah.
a mustache and beard.
Yes, styled after the Vikings.
He kind of just leans forward, staring at you all with his good eye, and he's just like, so what brings you to our territory?
Your friends while we were unconscious?
I mean, what were you doing at the wizard's castle?
Dealing with the bad guy problem?
Yes, we were aware of the professor's experiments and were tasked with putting an end to them ourselves, I believe your people had similar intentions, for they were unnatural and had to be stopped.
Yes, they were disrupting the local creatures.
Mm.
But they were not the only invaders.
They're not?
I'm sorry.
I said they're not. Who else?
No. We are not sure, but there are rumblings beneath ground.
Beneath the ground, you say? From whom?
I cannot be certain.
Hmm.
My people have a legend of a dragon. A dragon that is neither chromatic or metallic.
So, a couple things, Seph. Would Storm be able to figure out what's the rumblings from underground? Would he be able to know of what kind of creature that might be?
You can roll me a nature check.
Come on, nature boy. Roll good.
I'll let you have it with advantage.
Okay,
I
21
don't
then.
think he needs it.
21. Yeah, you are familiar. You understand that dragons, when they're not happy, if they're very old, can cause minor earth tremors.
Ah.
But yeah, you're not familiar with that. You've only heard stories of other kinds of dragons.
Okay. Hmm.
Dragon who is neither chromatic nor metallic.
I've only
That
heard
would-
stories of dragons like that, but if the rumblings do indicate like either a very old or very unhappy dragon.
Or both.
Hmm. True that.
Though there might be other forces at play.
You know there
That
is.
is what I am led to believe.
Hmm.
We found evidence. A scrap of cloth we recovered from a gargantula's stomach. It has a symbol of a goddess on it, named Lol.
Oh no.
Grr.
I take it you are familiar with this deity.
Hmm.
We have come across her following.
Well, I have lived a long time. Never in my life have I seen the gargantulas so agitated.
Unhappy dragons, unhappy spiders. Hmm.
Precise. So you see the issue we have.
Hmm.
I would also warn you of some. Well, they have been here for a long time, but they can be as disruptive as the gargantulas. At the foot of the Dracon Spire, you will probably find a small dwarf fortress.
Mm-hmm.
A company of dwarves hold the place. They have been here since the days of the Dragon War. In fact, as you get closer, you will doubtless see the dragon graveyard.
Dragon graveyard, you say?
Yes. Long ago, when the five calamities ruled over the dwarves, some came here in an attempt to destroy Krankentoving, the king of the spire. Well, the war war was bloody and costly. Many dragons, chromatic and metallic alike, their bone litter the plain. We do not go to that place. At this point, he kind of removes the giant maul on his back. I would like anyone looking to roll me a nature check.
Sure.
It's not good.
I'm fairly certain that's
Is
a
it going to
dragon.
be made of dragon?
Yeah. Everyone, even Squish, you realise that the head of this maul is polished dragon bone.
Quite the impressive specimen you got there.
It was part of my, shall we say, right of leadership. To travel into the graveyard and find a suitable weapon. It is our belief that the dragon bones call to us, the ones who become chief, and the dragon grants us their strength. We take only what we need to fashion the weapon.
Would it be safe to say, because I understand your son is missing, that he is on a similar rite of passage right now?
He is. Currently, yes. I think, to be honest, I have absolutely no idea. I sent him into there to try to find his dragon, but for all I know, the dwarves found him, or those damn Terry found him.
I'd like to insight that, Seph.
Yeah.
Want to know if he knows a bit more than he's letting on.
I think we all can smell the terror from over here.
Yeah. I'm letting you have advantage with that because you know he's hiding something.
Yeah.
He's not hiding any information, he's just embarrassed.
I figured as much. Well, you needn't worry. We already agreed to find your son, and find him we will.
I am indebted to you, my friends. I would advise you to be careful traveling the plane. I would not recommend traveling at night, though, when it is starting to get late.
Understandable, understandable. Strange things lurk in the dark, especially in the wild such as these.
Let's just say some of the dragons refuse to stay dead.
Yeah, that was what I was kind of thinking about.
It does not help with the fact that the Terry's god grants them certain power.
What kind of power, if you don't mind my asking?
Powers not of, well, not of the gods of Avernus, of the Abyss, and not of the higher plane.
I don't suppose
I
I mean-
really don't like the sound of that.
I mean, back in my hometown, we actually had a god for bullshit. So I doubt that's one of them.
Is that really appropriate to say in present company?
Well, seems like they're pulling their power out of a familiar plane. Not being one of the proper gods, but a completely plane that is askew to everything else. That's how we actually saw this deity. Tarkin. Don't know why they called him that.
Either way, I would advise you wait until dawn before setting off.
What time is it now, Seph? Out of character.
It's getting to about 5-6 p.m.
Okay.
roundabouts.
So the sun will be setting if it's not setting already.
Yeah, it's not far off setting.
Okay, we will take your wise counsel and set off at first light. I think that's straightforward enough. Any objections?
Well, I can't think of any reason not to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would please feel free to walk around the village. We shall be dining around an hour or so's time.
Sounds like a wonderful opportunity to get to know the place. I think we'll take you up on that.
I hope you will enjoy our hospitality.
Oh, we're enjoying it already, I assure you.
My granddaughter has taken good care of you.
Ah, would that be Sildra? She certainly has. She's a real delight, that one.
She is a little hesitant these days. I believe that Neil's disappearance has, well... She always had a soft spot for him.
Well, that's certainly more than understandable. We will double down on our efforts to bring him back safely. And maybe a fine weapon in tow as well.
I thank you, my friend.
It's our pleasure, Chief Nicodemus. Now then, I believe we're done here. If there's nothing else to discuss, we shall be on our way. I'm taking that silence as a yes.
Nods, and basically he gives you permission to leave, basically.
Yep. Storm does a polite bow and heads out. Presume everyone's following.
Yep.
Right, well, we have an hour to kill. Anarchy is still having fun with the kids. That girl will never tire. Oh. Ardeth?
Well, the chief did say we should take a look around. I wouldn't object to it.
True that, but first things first, a thought occurred to me. None of us were conscious to see what happened to the professor, but Bolt was. Let's see if Bolt could tell us what happened. So, Seph... I know that Seph is, Bolt is only a birdie boy, so his comprehension of events might be limited. But Storm would like to try and find out what the hell happened to Krathe.
Okay. How are you going to do this?
Oh, we have, like, the whole one going on, so it should be as
Okay.
simple as just Bolt relaying what he saw and experienced.
Okay. Bolt starts basically gesticulating with his wings. To everyone else, it just sounds like... But basically, he says the professor melted.
Huh. Just like that? Okay, well, maybe Ardeth could shed some light on this, for she is the smartest of us. The professor melted, apparently.
Melted?
Like, yeah, just all of a sudden. Kasploosh!
Okay. Can Bolt give us any more details?
Sorry, what was that, Seph?
Can Bolt give us any more details?
Can he, Seph?
He just said the professor turned clear and melted.
Yeah, apparently he just turned clear and melted. I mean, Bolt's a smart bird, but he is still just a bird.
And then you hear him hastily add, and those damn Minotaurs put me in a bloody sack.
And then those damn Minotaurs put him in a bloody sack.
Ardeth is kind of stroking her chin at this.
What does that mean? I didn't know. I didn't know people could do that.
It's not uncommon for water genies to be able to do that. Water genasi and sea sorcerers can turn their bodies to water, but... Wait.
I don't think he was one of those.
I doubt that very much. Wait, Samael, didn't he give you a letter?
Oh, yes, he did.
Yes.
And I think I forgot to put it into the thing, so give me 1 minute.
That's
Yes, sorry about this.
No worries.
The one thing I forgot to prep, and I had it since last week.
I have done that several times.
Just saying, our character, I'm so glad that Revised Ranger gets much beefier feats. Just being able to mentally communicate with Bolt makes things so much easier. Save spell slots for one thing. Good God.
Hmm. Hold on.
fine.
I'm going to assume that Bolt is still cranky about all this.
Bolt,
Yeah,
it's Bolt.
he's... Yep.
He's giving them a leery eye all the time.
Aww, poor boy.
Yeah, it takes Bolt a while to
See?
get over his grudges.
Yeah, man.
Used to go ballistic over gnolls for years.
Why Noel specifically?
Hold on.
The storm saved Bolt from a fate of being an easy meal for gnolls.
Oh, I see.
Bolt's parents weren't so lucky.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Poor boy.
Come on.
It's why way back in the
Sorry,
sad
everyone.
memory, the flashback, Storm was like, I relate to him.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay, I should be ready.
I'm just amusing the stream by petting the cat.
Yay.
You get that, Icy?
Yep, I see it. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. And I apologize today. I got new glasses, and I'm
Ah,
And
that
my
new
eyes are-
glasses sensation.
yes, everything's warping at times. As my eyes try and focus.
Calf writes in chicken scratch. Who knew?
Can anybody read cursive?
I can only read cursive Strahd.
I can't
You
read
mean
my
that-
doctor's handwriting. Is there a pharmacist in the house?
You mean that magical language that authenticates documents? Anyways,
Isn't it
alright.
called a signature?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. He pulls the letter out of his armor and unfolds it. My dearest friends, while my time with you has been limited and somewhat inconsistent, I have enjoyed it immensely. Sammy, I am especially sad I was never able to meet your new family, a thing which I have no real experience with. I just wanted to say how truly happy I am for you. You and indeed the rest of Captain Anarchy's crew. I wish to apologize for my never-ending strings of deceptions. So much of what I have been this past 3 years has been a lie. A deception that, while necessary, felt like a constant prison that carried with me. However, I give you my solemn oath that every word in this letter is the truth. Truth lies, lies truth. Professor Krathe, the cold-blooded Professor Krathe,
Minotaur children playing in the background.
Professor Krathe, the cold-blooded monster who used his position in the Academia Arcana to indulge in vile experiments, died 3 years ago. His death was sadly not soon enough, as the amount of damage this vile creature caused was considerable. Killing Krathe was one of the most satisfying moments in my existence, but sadly, ending the life of this murderer, this evil creature, was not enough. It has taken me 3 years to track down every loose thread of his work and eradicate it, unmaking everything he ever put into this world. It has been hard work, but soon it will be complete. You see, over the many years, Krathe was working under the guise of a professor. He was a cultist of the vile entity known as Shah, using the few secrets he had gleaned from his benefactor. Krathe developed all manner of dark projects. Should have put a comma between benefactor and Krathe.
Are you really correcting his grammar right now?
Fine. He's not here, so he's not going to object.
Carry on, Sammy. Grammar aside.
Exploring ways of both giving sentience to creatures that did not wish it, and removing it from those that were born with it. He was obsessed with finding the perfect servitor. I'm assuming that's how that word's pronounced. A race of beings that would follow his every whim without question, with the capacity to wreak unspeakable carnage on his enemies should he desire it. He did this several times. At first he experimented on his familiar, tinkering with its seagull brain until it tried escaping. He then began working with me, his pet, or rather, his waste disposal. Not only was Krathe delving into studies that should have had him stripped of his position, he was also a petty and jealous creature too. On occasion, students who trusted him for advice would stumble across something they shouldn't have, and came to him for answers. And in return, he killed them, feeding them to his pets, his waste disposal, and to this day I feel sick with the memory of his little helper. You see, I am what is referred to in some texts as a Jubilexian.
Oh.
An entity that is often found in various reaches of the underdark and abandoned areas. To most people, we are simply referred to as mimics. Oh, good. So I believe you begin to understand how the sequence of events. After a particularly cruel murder of a student, Krathe was successfully distracted by my one ally, his familiar, enough for me to break free of my bonds and consume him as he had me do to so many innocents. With the help of his familiar, we were able to keep up the pretense of being Krathe long enough to dismantle most of his special projects, slowly kill various members of his inner circle, and redistribute the wealth he had acquired over the years.
Sorry. Please go on.
Over the years to those far more deserving of it. One thing I did keep for myself, however, is Krathe's book. This tome is an ancient artifact of Shah, a book filled with knowledge nobody should be allowed to have. Time, empathy, gravity, the very building blocks of the reality itself. This book is a guide on how to subvert and break them apart. If I fall, Semi, you must keep this book safe. Let no one know about it. I admit I have tried to and failed to destroy it myself, but as dangerous as it may be, I confess some of the secrets within have been of some use to us. We met Semi, after all. Just after I had slain one of Krathe's remaining allies. Normally I would have moved on at that point. I had no real way of finding the remaining member of Krathe's inner circle, Professor Foster. So I decided to bide my time and enjoy your company. Despite wearing the face of the man I despise so much, when I saw Dr. Radhika, the Arakakra you rescued, I confess my first instinct was to kill her. I knew she was involved in some way with the Special Projects Division, but after some subtle questions it became clear she was only ever a research assistant. She had no clue what Krathe and the others were up to. Give me a second. I have been recently contacted by the last surviving member of Krathe's Cabal, a deluded creature named Professor Foster. He was involved with the Illithid experiments, and if left unchecked, his pet monsters could do unimaginable horror to those around us. Fuck my allergies. I'm not going to let that happen, and tonight I plan on going alone to confront him. If I fall, please, you must destroy him and his work. Not a single Illithid, hybrid, or no must be allowed to stain this world. They are absolute monsters, and the people trying to manipulate them for their own ends are just as undeserving of mercy. Do this for me, and I will finally remove the last trace of the vile monster that turned me into what I am today. Your friend, Vistus. Well, it seems...
Sorry, what was that name again?
I think he means viscous.
Viscous.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Sounds like
I is high school graduate.
Sounds like a
M is very
name.
educated.
Sounds again like a very fitting name for someone whose natural state is viscous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that
Now
explains...
it makes sense.
One more thing. Well, it seems that... There's an extra note. But it seems that Foster is in all of our sights now. If all goes to plan, once he is killed, I plan on slipping away. It's time for Krathe to finally end, and for me to begin my own life. The book should be safe with me, but if I do fall, please keep it close to you. The followers of Shah must never find it. Thank you so much for being a friend to me these past few months. It has meant the world to me. Be safe, be well, and be loved. Me.
Well, there we go. We now know what happened to the professor, or rather, Viscous.
Yes.
He slipped away. He and Lillian.
It makes sense, since as Bob described, he melted, so... Viscous clearly took on the form of the floor.
So presumably once we were picked up by the Minotaurs, Viscous pieced out.
I'm fairly certain what he did was he's probably following Foster. After all, he allowed them to leave for the moment.
I see. I'll just say, as you read this, would you like to check your belongings?
Okay.
Roll me an investigation check.
Going to be blind. No.
As you search through your pack, you eventually reach the bottom and you find a black-bound book. On the cover is a symbol. Roll me a religion check.
Okay. Religion.
I think he has
Yeah,
a good
you-
idea, so advantage. I would
Yeah, I'll let
say.
you have advantage
Yeah.
with that, yeah. You recognise this as the symbol of Shah.
Oh, well. There's the book.
So are we just going to keep it safe or try to destroy it?
I think personally that if there's one place that Shah wouldn't be welcome, it would be Chalsa.
Huh. Looks like the return trip is in order at some point.
At some point, yes.
Yes, but still, even there, she might have eyes.
It depends on...
Just as her sister shines in the sky at night.
Well, we could try to leave it in the care of Radamanthus. But that is the religious center of Chalsa.
Yes. I would say a 10,000-year-old lich would be formidable even for a goddess.
Precisely.
He would put up a very good fight at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, just because this region of the world, the gods are allowed to take mortal form, doesn't mean that they're allowed to come in through in all their power.
The hole isn't quite big enough for that, thankfully.
If they do, it would lead to a massive response by those opposed to this god. Because suddenly everyone would want to play with their powers among the mortals.
Precisely. The last thing we need is a war amongst the gods, especially for in our world.
Safer now, we keep it to ourselves until we find a suitable keeper. So,
Yeah, we're a bit preoccupied right now.
Yes.
where's that bag of
Very-
holding?
At the very least, Radamanthus would probably know a way to destroy it.
Uh,
Hey, I'm not going to jet to a return trip to Chalsa at some point. I'd like to check in on waves.
Besides, we could always ask Klein Kendering.
Mm-hmm. Him too. We're on the way to see him.
Maybe Mitty can spit some acid on it and melt it?
I do
Midnight.
fear the book is actually warded against something like that.
Midnight kind of looks a little offended by that, but he does concede. He probably won't be able to do much given he's only a little baby.
Me make a quick Arcana check. Because from what I understand from the letter, Krathe wanted to destroy it, but didn't feel that he should. So there was nothing to indicate that it couldn't be destroyed.
Hmm.
Do a quick Arcana. That'd be an Arcana check, right?
I would say more history with advantage since you've just finished reading the letter.
Good thing too.
I'm not an intelligent kobold.
Seth?
Yep.
I
Did
see
you-
got a 2. Another 2, a
Yeah.
14.
14.
You're 14. Yeah, you recall he said there was valuable stuff in there, but he would prefer to destroy it, if possible.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there's
If not,
nothing to
just keep it out of Shah's hands.
Well, for the time being, we should focus on our current task.
I mean, if you want to try and destroy it ourselves, I mean, I could try throwing a few of Aqueduct's pew pew blasts at it, but not in the middle of a populated village, just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong.
Yes, we should keep certain abilities under wraps for the moment. And
You mean like my ability to be handsome?
no. That can always be open and free.
It's
Anyways.
true, Jeremiah. It's impossible to hide. I tried.
You tried to hide me being handsome?
Sure, let's go with that.
I
Put this away.
do see the blank stares from Squish.
Where's that bag of holding?
No. Here. Squish opens up the bag of holding.
Though I will mention, since we're talking about the experiments and all that, Aquanox gave me a bit of extra insight when we were unconscious. You remember the tadpole?
Yeah.
It's dormant for now, but it won't awaken unless bitten by Haramont. It may take years, but he could use it when pushed, and when it's activated, it will. Whoever has it in their head will be under his control. Flip of a switch, just like that. So if we do confront this man, we can't push too hard. We have to at least make him feel like he's in control. You know, at least until the tadpole can be destroyed.
Well, you mean subterfuge.
Exactly.
So, don't march up to Haramont and say we know who he is when he's disguised. Side-eyed Jeremiah.
I'm not making that mistake twice. Okay, 3 times. 4! How did I... But seriously, how was I supposed to not tell him that fake mustache looked really, really bad?
I just
Could have
pretending it doesn't.
Look, I just failed my performance roll, okay? Wait, what?
What's this invisible wall here? And why is it suddenly broken?
Squish looks to the hard camera. We broke it.
So Sammy puts the book in the bag of holding, ties it back up.
We do have one advantage if a confrontation with the man is unavoidable. He doesn't know I'm with you. So you never know. I could slip away and deal with the tadpole while you keep him occupied.
No.
Just a thought.
I hate
Or
to say this.
or the tadpole might end up dealing with you, and that's something that we don't want to happen.
I hate to say this, but he tended to know things that we have been keeping secret, so it's
Really?
very probable that he knows that you're with us.
Yes. He kind of likes having his ear to the ground.
Fascinating. And do you have any idea how he's able to... Like, what are his sources? Any inklings?
Yeah, he had a lot of people working for him.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Had a bit of money. Money often gets people to talk, especially over drink or 5.
Okay, so so that approach might not work. Gotcha. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. But still a very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
However, he might not know of your special connection now.
Haha, he might not. So, do we notice Squish looking particularly perturbed?
Well, she's been talking to
I
you.
would say
Okay.
Squish has had just a fixed, concerned look on her face since she woke up in the yurt.
Okay. So, copper for your thoughts, dear Squish.
Well, at least we figured out what was going on with the Minotaur, but I don't know why Krathe would have went off on his own. I'm worried.
I think he might have. He's probably thinking we might be better off without him, at least for the moment.
And to be fair, he's a far better infiltrator than we could ever be.
Yes. To be honest, he could be hiding amongst us and we wouldn't know.
Precisely.
Oh, I just assumed friends helped each other.
Well, sometimes friends know when to leave, because they might be endangering their other friends.
It seemed to me that Viscus thought it was the safest thing for us to be away from the situation.
Yeah,
We would probably get in the way.
Yes. Maybe he thought we would morally judge him for his actions. Though I'm fairly certain we all were on the same page regarding the Illithids.
Mm-hmm. Certainly were.
But to be honest, I might not have been as comfortable if he decided to finish off that research assistant. You know, the guy who did made the portal.
Yes. Regardless, I just kind of got the impression from the letter that Viscus was tired of being carved. So we'll probably see him again at some point, in whatever guise they feel best.
Yes.
Don't know when that will be, but hey, whenever they make themselves known to us, can always welcome them back with open arms.
Speaking about it, is it just me or is that bird over there looking at us funny?
What? What bird?
Well,
If you're talking about Bolt, he's always like that.
Calling your son funny looking?
No,
anyway.
he's a handsome lad, and you know it.
Just teasing.
Anyway, so we're going to spend the rest of the night here and set off in the morning to the big mountain.
That's the plan. Speaking of, we better take that tour while we still got the time.
Yes,
Well, here's some tents, here's some more tents, and there's the big oxy things.
I think that Squish, as much as I know you love being a tour guide, I think a local might be a little bit better. They might actually know what the tents are used for, because some of them look different to those we woke up in.
I mean, I believe Sildra is our handler, but she might be preoccupied right now.
Handler? You make it sound like we're some sort of tamed beast or something.
Oh no, Squish, no one could ever tame us.
She's our
Oh, they tried.
host.
They failed.
She's our host, if that's a better way to phrase it.
Alright, Sephi, I believe we are ready to have a walk-see
Okay.
around.
You
Yes.
make your way around the chieftain's yurt and eventually find Sildra. She's just kind of chatting with a few of the younger Minotaur women. She goes, "Oh, I'm glad to see that your discussion with grandfather went well."
Oh, it certainly did. Very stoic man. Very to the point. Clearly loves his son.
Clearly loves his family.
True that.
1 second, please. I just need to check this. You can basically... It doesn't take much to notice, but you can see the other Minotaur women are giggling a little.
Oh.
Yes, well, as Gunther said, I'm to look after you while you're staying with us. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Indeed, we were hoping you could give us a proper look-see around the place before dinner. We could wander ourselves, but we would really know what each yurt is for and stuff like that. We want the real deal.
Well, most of the yurts are just family homes, but I'll show you some of the more interesting places. Come with me.
You. Yes.
She starts leading you around. First tent you stop at is basically a veterinary surgery equivalent. The healer of the village. This is basically this large, matronly Minotaur woman who just...
You caught pretty hardcore there, Seph.
Good, and that's where we all left it. 1, 2, 1,
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. This large, matronly-looking Minotaur woman, she's kind of grinding up herbs. Basically just checking her stocks. You move on quickly enough and find yourself at a slightly more leather-clad tent, at the back of which you can hear a grinding wheel.
Ooh.
The blacksmith, I
forge?
presume. Yes.
Yes, this is Roderick. He's our expert in... Well, he's our blacksmith, as you said. This kind of slightly grisly-looking young Minotaur just kind of waves at you as he's grinding on a small piece of metal. You can see it's a dagger needing to be sharpened.
Stormwave's back.
Jeremiah gives a curt nod.
Does he work with the dragon weapons, or are those fashioned by whoever retrieves the part?
Well, he creates the setting for them, yes. For example, Grandfather's hammer, it is only the head is made of dragon bone. The actual shaft and setting for the weapon were made by Roderick.
He's a fine craftsman at his work.
You bet I am.
I'm just a woodworker, so I can appreciate the work of someone working with the more tricky metals.
Oh, trust me, I've had my share of dragon bone in the past, so it's not the most easy material to work with, but it does the job.
Out of curiosity, Sildra, if we were to retrieve dragon parts, would we be able to have weapons fashioned out of them, or is that a no?
I would not recommend it. We only ever send our young men in there. We send our women as well. They are also our warriors, but you know what I mean. We only ever send our young people in there when the time is right.
Okay, understood.
To
Never
be
heard
honest,
to ask.
we try not to disturb the bones too much.
Yes.
Yes, dragons can get very angry.
It's like a rite of passage kind of thing for your warriors.
Yes.
A coming of age ceremony.
Yes, making your way into the dragon graveyard is not exactly easy.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks for the info. Just curious.
Sildra leads you to a couple of other tents. You see one where there's like it's the equivalent of a school tent sort of thing. There's a couple of others. There's a cook's tent.
Which is probably very busy right now.
Yeah. absolutely heaving. There's the shaman's tent. He's just kind of... It's basically very elderly Minotaur with a beard even longer than Nicodemus. It's completely snow white with age. He's just mucking about with these bones in a cup.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's about it, really. You've been given a pretty good look around. The old Minotaur's kind of the last stop on the tour, and he's just, like I say, he's just basically got these bones in this cup. He's kind of rattling them around.
I just noticed you don't have a Fletcher. Someone who makes bows and arrows. I didn't see any of those. At least not at work.
Roderick tends to handle that as well.
So he's working in metal and wood.
Yes, he's... To be fair, we do not use bows that often.
Minotaurs, from my understanding, tend to be rather direct folk in battle.
Yeah. Figured that one time.
We like to do things our own way. This old Minotaur is just grinning to himself.
Okay, cannot deny it, cannot hide it. I am curious about the bones. Like, what do you see in those bones, old shaman?
I certainly saw you lot coming, that's for certain.
Fortune telling.
Some people call it as a loudmouth Tabaxi on one of the other islands somewhere.
We know her.
Yeah, she came here about 10 years ago and learned how to read the bones from me. Absolutely crazy woman, but she had the gift, which is rare.
Oh, yes.
At least I hope she didn't take the singing lessons from you as well. She's still very bad at it.
Oh yes, we had to basically bind and gag her every night whenever she got drunk.
You know, Miss Fortune, can you tell me my fortune?
I shall see what I can do, my young
Hello, Anarchy.
You watch as he just kind of puts a hand over the cup, shakes it a little, like rolling dice, and spills them on the ground in front of him.
Great, he's got a royal flush.
The shaman kind of chuckles at that. He goes, yes. You are headed for the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the wind is not on your side.
Oh.
So we climb the mountain from the other side.
Oh no, this is a wind sent by an ancient foe.
Great.
I want to make a fart joke, but I can't think of one.
And the foe is in your ranks as well.
What does that mean?
I believe he means that the Arcadians are... Well, they've sent something after us again.
Wouldn't in
our ranks be implying that someone close to us?
Ardeth just looks at Squish at that point.
Squish. The Arcadian Overseer is based on someone close to Ardeth.
But this does not... This one seems to be acting of its own volition. It is a conflicted wind.
Conflicted.
Do you see a raven in the wind?
That I do not. I do see fire, golden and glorious.
Uh-oh.
Prince of the Spire. That is what I see. And... one moment, please.
I must say, these aren't the cheeriest portends for our journey.
Well, it was to be expected.
And I sense you have powerful allies.
Midnight poses and does the sparkles.
Bolt also strikes a pose. Fluffing up his chest.
Is that an Anarchy? Oh no, it's a D.
Oh, it's a D. Okay. What
At this
shenanigans
point-
are occurring?
At this point, the old Minotaur looks up. Oh no, don't tell me it's my time already.
We turn around, I
Yep,
presume?
that's your cue.
Is it his time?
The Raven Queen kind of cranes her neck a little. No, not quite yet, Anne, my dear.
Hi!
Make the most of every day. And then she looks over at the others and says, that goes for all of you. Hi, Squish. And she bends down and gives Squish, moves to take Squish into a warm embrace.
Squish allows this. She wants the hugs. Gives the hugs. Will you be staying long this time?
Oh, it all depends. And she looks back at the Raven Queen. Now remember, Holly is dressed differently than the last time you saw her. She's wearing this sort of leathery, chitinous, very, not form-fitting in a, sleazy way, but form-fitting in a, the work equivalent of a combat suit, webbing suit.
I just didn't hear the first part, so I have no idea what you said.
Oh, I just said, bear in mind, Holly looks different from the last time you saw her. She's wearing an almost.
No, I mean, what
chitinous
she asked the Raven Queen, I mean.
Oh, she said, well, that all depends. And then looks over at the Raven Queen for whether they're going to stay. She's going to be there long or not.
We cannot be here too long. The Minotaurs have their own gods, and it is not really in my sphere of influence. Beyond my professional sphere, I mean. But yes, I have come to praise you of your deific trouble. And I felt Holly deserved a little chance to see you all again outside of her professional duties.
Last time there was just work. I barely got a chance.
So a bit of business and a bit of pleasure it is then.
Yes, I must admit I was quite impressed that you were able to contact me the way you did, Storm.
Oh, well, I had a bit of help figuring that out.
It is not often that I and Sune allow our shared self to manifest.
Sorry about that, guys. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I went away for a minute. I apologize.
Don't worry.
So Tsukiyomi could only appear with your joint blessing? Fascinating.
In a sense, yes.
Is Anarchy around in this, by the way?
Yep,
She's
she's even if
Okay, and then
she's
she
not-
hugs Anarchy. She hugs Anarchy and says, and looks over at the group after she lets go of Anarchy and says, Have they been giving you trouble, Anarchy, about the rest of the party?
Only a little. Sammy was hard to stab. He just looks over at the kobold and gives him like a friendly little blip with the tongue.
So yes, our deity troubles. And Storm just kind of just gives a sideways glance at Squish. Yes, Sune appears to have us in her sights. And that's not a comforting thought. Not one.
It is not. She is single-minded.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like a teenager at a party.
Accurate?
Yes, and the worst part is that she's like that with gods as well.
Oh, great. I just hope you have a deity who knows how to prestigitate the rooms after she's done in using their services.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry. I may be a neutral god, but I can think of a few gods that would be eager to be allowed some fun with.
Well, apparently, if she tries to freaking kill us, then you guys can go ham on her.
Precisely. That is why I'm warning you. She will not harm your physical body.
She will break our minds.
I like my
No.
mind.
Bear
Sounds
in
like
mind
it's already
what
starting
we
to break.
bear in mind we gods can create our own little pockets of reality as we wish.
Oh
And
my.
then Holly speaks up in that moment and says, just remember, she says, gods can do a lot. She kind of tips her head toward the Raven Queen and then says, but hold true to what's in your hearts, all of you. Especially you, Squish. And especially you, Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll know the truth then. Even in times of illusion surrounding you, you'll know the truth because you'll feel it. And then she bends down to Squish and says, I've seen you struggling.
What do you mean?
You've been afraid.
Whoa.
A little.
We lost Steve, by the way. So
Yeah, we
I'm
just
gonna wait
lost
till she
the.
comes back.
Dang it.
Of all the times.
No.
Looks like the Raven Queen set the timer to a little bit too strong.
Just a little bit. Dee's lost complete connection. By the look of it.
No, her internet is evil.
Okay.
I'm back.
Hi, Dee.
Hello, what was the last thing you heard me say?
Squish was just replying to you.
I didn't hear Squish's reply.
Okay.
She was
You can ask-
basically asking what you Holly was referring to.
The greatest power in the universe, the greatest power in the universe. One person
Really?
caring for another.
Oh, right. Well, I've got many.
Holly looks over at the Raven Queen like, can I?
The Raven Queen just nods.
And then she looks back and then she bends down and whispers into Squish's ear and she says, Squish, I'm talking about Storm.
Her ears ears are just bright red all of a sudden. And she's doing that little thing where like her tail wraps around her and she's like fiddling with her tail again. It's like, I don't know. Something's weird about him.
What's weird?
Squish glances up. Is Storm paying attention?
Yes.
Squish kind of walks away and like beckons Holly to follow.
Holly comes along.
It's kind of
She
hard.
waves to everyone else. She waves to everyone else and does the little thing of like, oh, I'm so excited, and then she keeps going, which means you're seeing this like,
Oh no!
You're seeing this like and gone.
Oh no!
It's
And Storm's watching this and just sitting with a big smirk on his face.
no, he is not. Storm is not smirking. He actually feels bad because he knows that Squish has been feeling uncomfortable and weird since he told her how he feels and why there's a goddess coming for them. If anything, he's just kind of blushing awkwardly and his tail switching a bit. That's why he hasn't said anything. He's going to let Holly try and break it to her gently.
so Holly sneaks off with her little hunched shoulders, like project. And she goes over to Squish and she goes, talk to me, Squish.
You remember we told you about how Storm joined the party and he has his little son and how we get on well because we both look after our kids, yeah?
Yes, I think it's wonderful.
Well,
Maybe even destiny.
well, a little while ago, I had started feeling a little weird when he was near. And then he said something, and now my tummy's all upset whenever I'm close.
What did he say?
He said he really likes me.
Well, do you like him?
Squish just looks really confused. Like, oh! I like talking to him, but when I get close, my tummy feels all weird. I think the magic is making me sick.
Oh, that's not the magic making you sick. It's a different kind of magic.
What do I do?
Kind of magic.
How do I make it go away?
I know a way that you can understand the magic, Squish. Do you have a coin?
Squish rummages into her pouch and pulls out a coin.
Okay. Now you know how to flip a coin for heads or tails, right?
Yeah.
Heads. You stay close to Squish. Tails.
I
You
am
never talk
Squish.
to him again. No, not Squish. You stay close to Storm. Tails. You never talk to him again.
Okay.
Flip the coin.
Alright. Odds and evens. Odds stay. Evens go.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
1 second, please. I shall roll. Oh, you've already done it.
Oh my goodness.
Odds stay, evens go.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a 1.
I wonder why they don't include a
They
coin
really
flip
should.
in
We
that.
really
coin.
should, yeah.
Did Squish roll stay?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Twice.
And then she's watching. Now.
It is destiny.
And then she says, well, the coin toss wasn't the important thing. I was watching your face. And how did Squish react when she saw the stay?
You see her, there's a little twitch in the side of her mouth. It's like she's gonna smile, but she still looks a little nervous, but she looks happy about it.
And then she says, the coin toss isn't magical at all. I just wanted to see how you reacted. whether you'd be happy with or the sad with the results. That's how I know you care about him. You would never want him to go away.
He's my friend.
Oh.
Oh,
Never had those before. I don't want them to go away.
well, I'm your friend too, and I had to go away, but I'm always
I
watching.
don't like it when you're gone. Now,
Yeah.
Karth's gone.
Sometimes people come in and out of your lives, but I think those feelings you have when he's hurt, when he gets hurt, it makes you hurt too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When he's away from you, you want him there, but then when he's there, sometimes you want him gone because he's getting too close. Isn't that right?
I'm not entirely sure. He doesn't go very far. I don't know, I guess maybe if my tummy still gets all weird, then he'd have to go away so I don't feel so sick.
Have you ever heard of Have you ever sick like your knees are wobbly?
Yeah, my tummy's all weird.
Is it like tingly?
Kinda.
Does it feel like there's birds chirping around your head?
Squish looks mildly confused. No. There's no birds here. Except Bolt. I like Bolt.
She says, I think you might like Squish. Or not Squish, I keep saying Squish. I think you might like Storm more than a friend.
You think?
Maybe.
Why does it feel so weird?
Because everybody has a first love. And if you've never had it before, it's going to seem strange and new. I'm just guessing from the other side of the shadow veil.
Oh, what do I do?
That's up to you. That's the thing. No matter what anyone says, Squish, you decide for yourself. But I will say this: if you think that may be true, it's a precious thing. Don't throw it away. And make sure you tell him when the time is right.
If you say so, Holly. Okay.
Squish, I believe in your strength. I believe in you, that you listen to your heart.
See, Squish is like fiddling with her tail again now, and it's just like thinking. She just keeps making like little grumble noises.
Ardeth kind of walks over and just gently taps Holly on the shoulder. Could I have a quick word?
Of course.
She kind of takes one side and goes, thank you for intervening like that, Holly. I honestly had no idea what to do.
Intervening in what?
She is feigning ignorance.
Look, Squish asked me to help regarding the storm situation. And I had no idea what to tell her, so...
Oh, I'm sure love will come to you too someday.
A little bit impossible, Holly. It's not exactly something I was encouraged to do.
Listen to your heart, Ardeth.
The last time I did that, Holly, I ended up killing thousands.
I'm not sure that was your heart then.
No, I'm pretty sure it was seeing my beloved little sister dying after my older sister tried to forcibly allow a fire elemental to possess her.
And what will you do to bring love back to the world?
Just do what I can.
That's all any of us can do. I believe in you too, Ardeth. Now, let's go see if Squish is going to do anything. Project.
The Raven Queen kind of looks to Holly and kind of beckons her over.
Yeah. And then she runs over and she goes, "Well, I'm sorry I haven't been able to spend more time with you all. Someday, when the training is done, I will return. And I will help you on your paths. All of your paths."
Well, it was great to see you again, Holly, and thank you for today.
I don't know. Of course. And Jeremiah, I don't know what I would do if I didn't get to hear one of your gruff remarks as I'm walking away.
You just keep your head up, dear. All right.
Before
My
we
profession. Sorry.
No, go on, my child.
She's going to say, in my profession, it's keeping my head down that's the problem.
I offer you all one last warning. Samael, when you enter the dragon's graveyard, keep your symbol of Bahamut at the ready at all times. Those who are of his blood will aid you. But hopefully you will not come across any that are beyond my aid. And with that, the Raven Queen and Holly fade into nothing.
And as they're fading, Holly tries to call out, "Tell each other what's in your hearts, all of you."
Hi, Holly.
Farewell, Holly.
Farewell, Holly.
She waves. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you, Dee.
Yes, thank you.
Ardeth kind of blinks for a second and then just looks at the rest of the party. I don't think... 1 second. She kind of looks to the rest of the party and then says, "Do you think we should explain to Sildra what just happened?"
Might be a good idea.
Yes, what was that giant raven creature?
Oh, that's our
That's
friend, the god of death. Don't worry about it.
She kind of looks to the ancient shaman. He just shrugs and goes, "Ah, yes, I see her every other week. It's one of those things you get omens of death and all that stuff."
yes, but
For a while.
but as she is the goddess of death, she is in a strange sense also goddess of life.
That is true, my friend. You are quite wise. Considering you're so young.
I have learned from the best.
I sense you are a kindred soul to our clan.
It is true.
Your people are similar to ours, I would say.
Yes, they are. Though they do not follow majestic beasts as much as they used to.
Well, doubtless, my friend, I think you may find something to surprise you on your journey on our lands. The Dragon's Fire beckons you all.
It beckons us all tomorrow morning after a nice meal and a good night's sleep.
Well, I would be careful. The younger warriors may be a little rowdy tonight.
Don't you worry. Rascal and I, we know how to handle ourselves. Stop. I don't know. Yeah, suddenly thought of that guy from.
Someone you met in Waterdeep, perhaps?
The old shaman chuckles to himself.
Yes, sometimes memories of days gone by just come up.
The old shaman chuckles to himself as you suddenly hear a horn sound. It means that the meal is ready. Come on, we should get there quickly. We don't want to miss a good spot.
Gladly. Whoa.
Okay. Who lost?
That might have been
I'm
Dee.
still here.
Oh, was Dee just hanging around the whole time?
Yeah, she was,
Yeah, he was still hanging around. Whoops!
She's gone now.
We panicked over nothing!
You make your way back to where the chieftain's yurt was. You can see the tribe have gathered around. There's sort of like these little small tables about a foot or so off the ground, just laden with food. You can tell this is a regular nightly thing.
Just like back home.
Well, come, sit, my friends. You sit at the high table.
Oh, yes. Gladly, chieftain, gladly.
You see there's about half a dozen other large Minotaur warriors, male and female, kind of gathered around the table as well.
Yeah. We surrounded by beef.
Don't say that
Some of the younger Minotaurs are bringing food on platters, placing it in front of you. Nice. It's mostly vegetables, mostly roots and grasses that grow on the plains. There's some cheeses,
Ooh.
different kinds of cheeses, a couple of slabs of meat.
Well, Storm and Bolt are gonna like heartily tuck into the meat and the cheeses and the. It's all good, but Bolt's focusing on the meat for obvious "I'm a fucking bird" reasons.
There's a
He's
few
a bird
wine.
of prey.
There's a few. Yeah, there's a few wineskins being passed around. And also put on some other music to be a bit more party atmosphere.
A bit more jovial.
Yeah.
Oh, is Midnight like disappointed in the amount of meat?
Hey, he's a dragon.
No.
We do
Midnight-
still have the capybara.
Midnight has actually developed a taste for the cheese.
Huh.
There we go. He's still not going to eat his veggies because he is a child.
Yeah.
Midnight, eat your veggies.
Not my mom.
Don't
Not
you
my
want to grow
mom.
up to be a big, strong dragon?
Midnight just kind of gives you that look of I'm going to grow up to be a big strong dragon regardless.
What are they talking about?
Come on, let's try this one. It's called a Brussels sprout. Oh, you like those, do you? There you go, you can have mine.
Yeah, Midnight is happily feeding himself. The party is kind of like a big party revelry atmosphere. There's once some of the Minotaurs have had their fill, a couple of them get out bone flutes and similar instruments.
Oh yeah.
So they start playing a few traditional tunes, and suddenly the tables are lifted away, put away in storage, along with the empty platters. Wine skins are still going round, and at this point, one of the larger Minotaurs gets up, walks to the centre, goes, "Great Nicodemus, father of our herd, my own beloved kinsman and sire, I ask that the strongest of our guests face me in the circle."
Oh.
Storm, you or me?
Flip a coin. So, odds and evens. What would you like, Cork?
I'll go evens.
Okay, D4. Let's see what we get.
I think it'll be
Oh,
hilarious to see a Minotaur getting his ass kicked by a kobold.
Storm's up!
Okay.
I mean, if he's still up after you are.
20 years, he throws odds, and I'm the schmuck.
So I'm just gonna say that Storm takes a swig from a wine skin, puts it down, does a big, performative stretch.
Yeah.
I'd gladly beat you in the arena.
I like you. I like you, Tabaxi. I like you. Come. You watch as he tenses himself, stretches a little, and as you approach, he places a hand on your shoulder and picks up yours and places it on his.
Okay.
Ah.
With that, his other hand is placed on your arm,
Mm-hmm.
and he indicates for you to do the same.
Storm does so. A custom, I take it.
This is how we wrestle, my friend.
Oh! Okay, I am down for this.
I would like you to make me a strength check.
Not my best stat. Still doing it anyway.
Yeah, you're managing to do pretty well against this big beefy Minotaur. Make me a strength saving throw, please.
I know this I am proficient in. Yeah!
Yeah, you basically managed to nearly get him down to onto one knee at this point.
See, it's not just bulk, my friend.
Roll me a strength throw, please.
Oh no!
But yeah, he just smirks and kind of starts pushing upwards, and you start to feel yourself starting to be pushed back down. And a saving throw again. Oh, but yet you are able to use his momentum against him,
Yeah.
and as you fall back, you basically throw him over your shoulder, and he lands in a heap behind you.
Ah,
That was good spot, my friend.
Aye, you too. That was fun. Let me help you up.
He accepts and pats you on the shoulder.
Storm pats back. It just.
Let it be known that Andros regards you as a blood brother, my friend.
And Storm upon the sea regards Andros as his blood brother too. Hey!
You watch as he goes back to the table, sits by his father. He gets a punch on the shoulder for losing, but at the same time, you can tell that this is just for fun. This is just how the Minotaurs like to relax.
Well, next one's mine.
I hope you get the opportunity. That was a riot.
There's a few other Minotaurs who go first. There's about 3 or 4. You get the. You can basically tell this is, like I said, this is how they relax. It's how they enjoy themselves. It's more just that than an actual challenge to each other. At this point, Jeremiah, you notice a very large Minotaur woman get up and stand in the circle and points at you.
Oh no.
Oh!
It looks like
You've
Well-
been challenged.
I've been challenged. He gets up.
So, I understand that you are the strongest of this little band.
I mean, my friend Storm, you've seen that he's no slouch himself.
Brute strength can be overcome. My baby brother proved that when he lost.
Oh!
Let's
So-
see how you deal with me.
We
She
can
gets
always
herself-
try.
She gets herself into the position. She's ready.
Jeremiah does the same.
Okay, roll me a strength save.
Strength save. Oh, she's trying to overpower him.
She is pushing hard. She's trying to get you into a twist motion, but you're able to stop her. Roll me a strength check. But you can't quite push back enough. She's basically using your strength to kind of pull you round, but you're not going as fast as she would like, so she can't actually throw you.
I like
Oh.
this kind of dance.
My brother is not exactly bright, but I am a little more of a challenge. Roll me a strength save. She, however, this time is able to use your momentum, and she's basically not quite flinging you around, but she's definitely guiding. Roll me a strength throw, please.
Oh, I'm falling. Okay.
Yeah, she just basically is able to grab you, and I would like you to make a acrobatics check.
Oh, great. Something that I'm very, very not skilled in. Yeah, that's going to be a clatter and
You
and
just
a land.
basically end up face down on the grass, basically. She just lifts her arms in the air and then helps you up.
I admit, you are quite skilled.
I should be. I'm the best warrior in this village.
Maybe we will have a rematch later.
Indeed. My name is Odeya.
I'm Jeremiah, but you probably already knew that.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Jeremiah.
It has been a pleasure meeting you.
She smiles, walks back over to the table, sits herself down.
Well, she's quite a bundle to deal with.
Oh, I could see. Like, that was impressive.
Yeah, more on her side than on mine.
Don't sell yourself short. It was a Herculean effort, my friend.
Still, would have been nice to tango a little longer. I heard that is a dance.
But as brief as it is, did you enjoy your date?
Well, I didn't enjoy that it ended the way it did, but yes, it's always great fun.
Oh, there'll be other opportunities, and you definitely left a good first impression.
Well, I mean, if the strongest asks you for a tumble, you get my drift.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like I have 3 brothers now. Waves, Andros, you. I mean, I don't know if it's mutual, but I certainly see you as a brother of sorts, Jeremiah.
Oh, I see you as a brother. Not of the same mother, but still. You're as dear to me as my brothers back in my hometown.
That means a lot to me, Jeremiah. It really does.
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen them in a long time, but don't let that get in the way.
Well,
I still care about them.
Well, maybe one day we'll meet them together. Who knows what the future brings for us?
Yes.
The night carries on. There's a few more bouts of wrestling. The Minotaurs playing the instruments. One of them's joined by a singer. You can tell they're basically in Minotaur. They're recounting an ancient tale of heroism of the clan long ago. But at this point, something you basically can tell that Minotaurs are suddenly falling silent.
Oh?
As you watch the shaman get up from his place and move to the center of the circle.
The daily forecast.
My chieftain, today, for the sake of our guest, I recount the tale of the war. Indeed you may, shaman. The shaman turns to the fire, and you watch as the flame turns gold. It goes from its regular yellow to a literal golden colour, an actual metallic gold. He turns around, lifts his arms, and looks around the circle. Centuries ago, long, long before the tribes united, there was the Destroyer, the great red dragon, Nikavod. He and his generals swept the land, bringing chaos and despair to. Eventually, their greed for the riches of the earth became so great that they took the short folk and enslaved them. Some fought back. The humans did what they could to help, but in the end, the dwarves fought hard with great axes and hammers as we do. That is why we welcomed them here. But they came from the Spire, the Great Council, the 5 great dragons sent by their All-Father to defeat the 5 calamities. One took form of a human, hid amongst them, and marshaled their forces. One found a weakness among the calamities and divided their forces further. And when the time came, the great blue dragon fell, and his master, Nikavod, was cast down into the foul pits of Avernus, where Tiamat, fearful, afraid, and infuriated by his blasphemy against her, has tortured him since. This is why we value the dwarves, and why we give thanks to the great Golden King of the Spire. You watch as if he throws something else into the flame, causing it to flare up, sending up a huge fireball into the night air. And with that, he goes and sits down again.
I think he has a fire for the dramatic.
You're telling me.
He does tend to do that. He doesn't usually tell a story, though.
Evidently, he thought it was something we really needed to know. Especially for the task we have at hand. And the future that lies ahead.
The night continues on. There's some more singing. There's a few more Minotaur ballads recited. But it starts to wind down. The young ones have been sent back to their beds. A couple of the adults have started going as well. The more elderly Minotaur have shuffled off. And it's pretty much just you, Soldier, and the Chief's children left. Well, I should not keep you all. I myself could do with a bit of a rest.
It's mutual, we shouldn't keep you either. It's been a fun night, though.
It is not
fighting. Can't say no to that.
Well, it is not often we have guests, so I have a feeling that our younger warriors wish to prove themselves to you.
They've certainly proved themselves hardy.
Come, my children, it is time. You watch as Nicodemus lifts himself up off the floor and shuffles back inside the tent. You can tell that he's not as mobile as he used to be when he was younger, but you can tell he's still pretty powerful.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
As I would like some of you to make perception checks, please.
Bum, 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 bum.
Sure.
Perception. I see everything.
You too, Bolty boy.
Okay. Yeah, you just as you're shuffling away. Oh god, I can't remember the name now. There. Adair kind of just shuffles up to Jeremiah and just whispers into his ear. 1 second. Ah, damn it, 1 second.
Uh,
Do it. The suspense is killing me.
What, does it have a knife?
Jeremiah, do the party hear your chuckle?
Yes.
Insight check.
You can roll it.
You know exactly what she's talking about.
Jeremiah, do you take her up on this?
As much as I'd love to, I have to get up very early in the morning
No.
and travel up, so...
This is the best use of this power. I would like to use Awakened Mind to transmit into Jeremiah's head. No, go for it, you slide dog. You earned this. She's into it.
Well,
Have some fun.
then again... Why the heck not?
She grins and basically leads Jeremiah off into the darkness.
I'll see you all in the morning.
We'll see you then. Last thing Jeremiah is in his head is like, attaboy. Best use of Awakened Mind ever.
I think we should all get some rest now.
That we should. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. And we might have to pull double duty if Jeremiah has the night I think he's going to have.
Okay. You'll make your way back to the yurt you're staying in, and I'd say you'll have a pretty decent night's sleep. Jeremiah, could you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
You want die like last man visit Amazonia?
Oh, great! Great. All the alcohol hasn't done too well for him. As they say, great warrior in the field, not so great in the bed.
Just roll. Meets it, beats it. You both tire each other out quite a fair bit, but hey, it's a good night. You get plenty of rest. You're a little sore in the morning, physically, but meanwhile, because I'm not quite finished.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
I want to make sure we're on the right bloody thing this time. That's not it. No, where the hell did I put it?
Third drawer from the bottom.
No, that's not it. God damn it. I probably bloody archived it. Oh, for argument's sake, we'll just change the music and say with
Okay.
Storm.
Here we go.
As you sleep, you suddenly feel a weight of water on you.
Yep.
And you wake up in a dark abyss.
Oh, do I see any familiar giant eyeballs?
As you say that, you suddenly see the giant golden eyeball roll downwards, as if an eye's been looking up at the ceiling and just kind of roll. You get what I mean? That kind of roll down.
Yep.
It fixates on you.
Hail, Lord Equinox.
It is good to see you again, my loyal enforcer.
It's a pleasure.
I come to you with, I would not say a vital mission, but if you have the time, I would appreciate you looking into doing something for me.
Okay, I can certainly hear you out, my lord. And if I find the time, I'll take a crack at it.
One of my followers has started to get too big for his station, claiming that my power I gave him is entirely his own. Whilst I do not object to a certain theatricality in those who have contracts with me, what he is doing is insulting.
Well, we definitely can't be having that.
Yes. When you see the warlock on the mountain, kill him!
Okay, we're heading up the mountain anyway, so I can certainly make that happen.
Excellent. I will choose another of their number to be my representative. I trust you understand why I must be so harsh.
Well, can't have people going around giving you a bad name. And certainly can't have people thinking that, they can't have people biting the hand that feeds them, as it were.
Precisely. And incidentally, you did quite well dealing with the professor.
Again, it's my pleasure, my lord. Just trying to use a bit of tact.
Indeed.
But not being afraid to blow shit up if need be.
And for that, I will reward you.
Oh.
You feel the tentacle curl around your wrist where the mark is.
Okay.
You feel a slight stinging sensation. And as it pulls away, you notice a small blue circle has appeared in the center of Equinox's pupil on the tattoo. I gift unto you a power to control the essence of life. Make good use of it whenever you are near my realm.
I certainly will, my lord. Have no doubt about that.
Good. And with that, Equinox fades away. Just gonna put the music on.
Oh, new toys!
You have gained the ability to cast Control Water once per day.
Okay! Let's see if that's in the compendium. Control water. Please be there. Yay! And I will set that as once a day. Lovely jubbly.
As you all wake up, Sildra's coming. She brought some bread and some yogurt and some fruit for breakfast. And she kind of places it down on the little table in the centre of the yurt, and she starts digging in as well.
Ooh, yogurt. I want the yogurt.
There's a few pots of it.
Well, Storm will heartily tuck into that. Good morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning.
You seem very cheery this morning.
Ah, yes. Had another meeting with Aquanox.
Really pushy about his meetings.
He's always very polite when we have them, though.
Yeah,
Very.
maybe some advance notice. Give you time to spruce up.
I don't know if I really need to be spruced up when I, dragged into the depths of the ocean.
But
But, yes.
Your bed. At least I don't think you did.
It's more like I left the bed in spirit.
It would make sense he would create a... Actually, this makes sense with what Raven Queen told us.
Gods are weird.
I think Aquanox is creating a demi-plane for you.
True. In one of our previous meetings, it was like a temple. He said he just thought it would be appropriate.
It seems he's able to shape this realm to whatever you require it. And it makes sense that that might be how Sune is going to try to trap you to.
I certainly didn't escape my attention, that did.
We should be careful.
Well, believe you me, being careful every step of the way now. It's like Holly said, we should keep our, hearts and minds on the truth and try not to let it be clouded. And I'm not going to let that happen.
Yes.
With every fiber of my being, with every power I have and have been given,
Well, to be
we will
fair,
not easily lose our way.
I hate to be, well, shall I say, brusque, but I think I'm one of the only person here who is immune to Sune.
Well, good. That's a relief. Stay by Squish if you can, then.
That's my plan.
Good. I appreciate that.
Don't take it as a... I care about you all, but...
No, I get it. You and Squish have a special connection. I saw that, way
Yeah.
back when in Chaltsa.
It's not that so much, it's more... Anarchy has her love for the mistress.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you two, and... Samael has his wife.
Yes.
I am... incapable of that.
Wouldn't be so sure. Love comes in many forms. Maybe one day you'll figure out what form it takes for you.
No, it was a long time ago. Very long time ago. But I do not regret what happened since. Well, unless you count a horrible civil war, but that's another story.
Another
Still just,
story for another time.
yes, precisely. Still just kind of looking a little bit wary at Ardeth as she talks about this stuff.
Yeah, we tend to talk about strange shit in the open a lot. I'll pay no mind.
Fair enough. Just You don't really seem like the type to start a war, Miss Ardeth. You'd be surprised, my dear. Jeremiah.
Yes. You do hear me?
Yes, we do hear you.
Yeah. I had a little bit of a problem with Discord. Sorry about that.
No worries. Are you breakfasting with Adea, or are you returning to the party?
I think it would only be fair to stay with her, at least for the breakfast.
Okay. She's got some meat and a few fruits, and you have a pretty decent breakfast. Well, that was certainly enjoyable.
Certainly was.
Just be careful, that's fair.
You're walking kind of funny.
What are you doing here?
She kind of just, I was going to say, if you're outside, she just pats Jeremiah on the shoulder, then leaves to go talk things over with the other warriors.
To be honest, she's kind of my kind of woman.
Aha! I figured your rematch would go well.
Well, you first, dear.
No, it's alright. Carry on.
No, they told me that a gentleman enjoys his time and doesn't dwell too much on it, even with his friends.
Fair enough, Jeremiah, fair enough. The night was your own.
Sildra kind of smiles to you and goes, well, I wish you all the best of luck. Just be careful crossing the plains. As my grandfather said, the Gargantula are somewhat agitated right now, so just be careful.
No worries there. We'll just be, we'll be careful every step of the way.
Good luck, all of you. And may the King of the Spire be there to greet you.
And the same to you as well. At least I think that's how it goes.
I would not worry too much about it. You all... One second, I need to just reposition the dot.
So, been meaning to do this for a little while. Since our conversation with Holly, I've been wanting to insight Squish to see like how her demeanor is now. Like, does she feel any better at all? So, I would like to do that, please.
Okay. You can do that.
A 10, not spectacular.
Squish.
Squish looks kind of distracted.
Damn it.
She's not actively avoiding Storm like she did the day before, but
Yeah.
she still looks a little distracted.
Well, that's an improvement at least. Okay.
Okay.
So, what's the marching order then? Ho.
Before we get to that, as you're walking along the plains, in the middle of... I'd like you to make me a perception check, please.
Sure. Squish is
Okay.
up on midnight, by the way.
Yeah, I'd say you can all see, lying in the center of the field, is a body.
Uh-oh.
Guys.
What?
A Minotaur body?
It is not.
We should
What
probably...
is Squish identified?
I can, sorry, you first.
Roll me an investigation check.
Sure. Investigation.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, you can tell easily that this is a dwarf.
Guys, there's a dead dwarf over there.
Well, don't be so sure of that just yet. Primeval awareness, humanoids. Does the dwarf ping?
Yes, the dwarf is pinging.
Ah. Okay, it's likely he still lives. Let's take a look-see, but careful now.
Somebody's gonna make another perception check to make sure that there's nothing else nearby.
Okay.
Making sure the dwarf isn't bait in a trap.
Perception. As far as you can tell, this is just a dwarf lying in a field.
Still a bit suspicious, but approach carefully.
Okay. You get to within 20 feet of this dwarf, and you realise that he's been bound. Just 1 second to move you to the map.
God, we're on the sea again, and we're under attack.
You can see that this dwarf is bound.
Bound by what exactly?
Roll me a nature check.
Here we go.
Nice
Here we
code of honor, obviously.
go.
Couldn't resist it.
Storm, why? You have a +5. Why did you roll a 5?
Yeah, you can tell he's been bound with silk.
Uh-oh. Right, swords out!
And
A silk rope or sticky silk strands?
I'm just about to get to that.
Oh no!
Gargantuans!
You say that you can hear a hiss from here
Okay.
and here,
Oh no.
here, and here.
Oh no.
Oh, great. Didn't know that gargantuans were able to lay traps that elaborate.
Now, because you realise that they're there, they don't get surprise attack. But you suddenly see a large slab of the earth fly upwards as 4 very large spiders
Oh,
appear.
like tunnel weavers.
Well, trapdoors, but yeah.
Trapdoors.
And I'm just going to change the music.
To the Spider-Man theme?
Why am I
So,
still thinking of 8-legged freaks when people are trying to run across the parking lot?
Yep. And I'm
So
going to roll
Seph,
initiative.
To be honest,
individual.
I was suspecting the dropping version, the spider goats.
As was I. Alright.
Oh no,
Initiative.
you got to start
The
climbing the
winged
mountain.
spider goat.
Ah. You got to start climbing the mountain before you get to those. So
Yeah,
everyone
but-
can roll initiative, please.
I don't suppose since Storm twigged onto what was
Come
coming,
on.
he could get off a couple Eldritch blasts.
I have a +3 to initiative. I have 17 dexterity. How do I always roll so low in initiative?
Hey, you're higher than me. Shut up.
I'm supposed to be fast. You're tanky.
I got a 7 as well, so you're in good company.
I'm tanky and I got a 20.
Come on, Bolt, do better. Oh, come on!
Okay.
So despite the fact that we twigged onto what was coming, got our weapons ready, roll initiatives.
Okay.
Faster than... Okay.
Shall we begin with
Jeremiah,
Jeremiah? Jeremiah. Full large
He's going to turn into a steam train. First off, rage against the spiders.
Okay.
So, you'll get a little bit... chuffed and angry. Takes a
Okay.
good look around heads over to Red and gives it a good whack with the Mast Axe.
Oh no!
I'll let you have that with advantage, but it misses.
Well, good thing that
That hits.
probably hits.
Yeah, that hits. You do 8
Wait.
slashing damage.
Sorry, 10 slashing damage.
10. Sorry.
I'd forgotten to turn on rage damage.
Okay, 1 second.
Non-stop flights to Pain. Tink. Now boarding. Standby, passengers.
I recognize that quote, but I don't know where it's from.
Oh,
Yep. Spider just
Anyway-
kind of hits as you slam the axe in its face.
oh, and by
basically.
the way, even if we had been surprised, he would have been able to act.
That is true. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, he could try disengaging, but that would be no fun. And it would bring his friends into damage, into threat, into the threshold. So no, he stays there and is trying to look very stern.
Okay. Next up is Green. He's going to scuttle. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to take a lunge at the little goblin.
Ah, no! Ah.
Uh-oh.
22 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 20 damage.
Ow!
Fucking hell.
Next up is Midnight.
Wait, do I need to make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, you do.
Why did I say it? Why shouldn't have...
And by the way, if you only
Yeah,
take
you
3
only take the
damage,
9. Sorry, you only take the 9. Sorry about that.
Huzzah!
no, she takes half as much damage on a successful one. So 14.
Get 5 back. There.
Okay. Next up is Midnight.
Minnie is going to get out of reach of spiders by flying up.
It's a good thing that Red didn't do anything. Or Blue.
No, Red is next in the turn order.
Click on the
Okay.
damn token. My god. And where's the little... There's little angel wings. Okay. Midi is going to fly up 30 feet. He's going to fly to here. Still.
Mhm.
Do that, and then he's going to do this. Gonna protect his mama.
Okay, so that's a DC 11 dexterity save. So she would roll damage, please.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. He's actually... He rolled natural 20, so how much damage is...
10.
Just 10. Okay. Yeah, you just hear the acid splash onto this spider from above. It hisses, but yeah, it's still standing.
Okay, and Midi is going to fly up until he's 40 feet in the air out of reach.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put a
Next
little
up
40 in the blue circle so you
is
know how high he is.
Red. Okay. Next up is Red. Red stares at this little barbarian fight, and he's going to lunge forward. 1 second, it doesn't seem to have rolled it.
Jeremiah's still standing. Okay, yeah. 23 hits.
Okay, I'll take that second one. That's 23. Right. Roll me Constitution save, please.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Nope, he failed that one.
Right. You take 15 points of damage.
Yeah, full poison plus 5 of the damage. 5 of the Okay.
Next up,
Done
is-
that. Also paralyzed now. Where is he?
No, not paralyzed.
No, paralyzed. Okay. Yeah.
It's
Only if you get
yeah.
knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Blue is going to scuffle towards Ardeth. He's going to take a bite. And that hits. And Ardeth takes... Jesus.
You can always fudge it.
Saving... No fudging.
She takes the 25.
25 damage. Ouch.
Fudging has its place, but not in fair combat.
Just give me a second to work this out.
Oh,
49 minus 25, so that's 24. Come.
Roll 20 does not want to cooperate with the DM.
When does Roll20 want to cooperate?
Oh, no, it's cooperated.
No, Seph, you don't have to be nice. Roll20 doesn't have feelings.
Come on. Come on, Birdie Boy, it's your turn.
Huh?
It's Bolt's turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
okay.
Why is he? The turn order is all like janked up. Okay,
Then, yeah.
16.
Yeah, Bolt's not on the turn order.
He is.
He's right at the bottom.
Is it number 16? No, he's at 16.
No, he said 6.
Next should be Sam.
Yeah, Mitty's next.
Mitty.
Yeah. Mini
Mini
went. That's why I was confused, because it showed itself. Jeremiah, 3 of the spiders, Midi, Sammy, Squish,
I've got to say, it kept turn. Oh,
Storm.
sorry, 1 second. I thought it cleared over the last week, but it hasn't.
See, it was Roll20's fault.
Okay, Squish has got 7.
Storm got
that.
7.
Ardeth got
5.
5. Storm got 7.
Bolt got 6.
Walt got 6. Blank Spider got
Right,
6.
Okay, and Jeremiah 20.
20.
Yeah. Samael got 8.
8.
And Anarchy's not here. Okay.
Which is good, because
So-
the mistress will be very unhappy if she got eaten by a spider.
Still
Okay,
the
next up
token
is
there.
Samael.
Alright. Yeah, Anarchy is on the field.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
It's just like an anarchy-shaped puff of smoke.
Okay. Immediately. Boop! Radiant defense on everybody.
Okay.
Uh,
Anything else you'd like to do?
I will summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay, what's the farm again? Is it going
And-
to take?
Axe.
A giant meat cleaver. Adorned with the symbols of Bahamut.
That's actually a pretty bitchin' idea.
Mouse. Can I control it yet?
Come on. I see.
There it is. Okay. So, gonna move it over here to support
Okay.
Jeremiah.
Dean hits.
5 damage. And then light crossbow on uncolored up here.
Okay,
Which-
1 second. That's
27. I'm just gonna roll that.
Hello?
Seph?
okay. Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, we can hear you.
1, 2,
Hello?
1, 2.
Is that's your turn?
Yep.
Next up is Squish.
Okay. Squish is going to punch the big spider that is currently trying to eat her.
Okay. That hit.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
Go
Pop,
for it. Yep,
Yeah.
keep going.
Pop.
Yep.
And I would like it to make me a. Why did I always lose this? I had it literally a second ago. There it is. I want it to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that's a 14.
It passes. Damn. Okay, and last attack. Boop.
Okay, that's 9, 16, 24, 31. Yeah, you basically pummel this.
Cut out again, Seph.
We lost Seph again.
I think the word he's missing is spider.
Fill in the blanks.
Is 8, 7.
Anything else you would like? Hello?
You
Test,
cut out
test.
there. Hello? We here?
Hello? Testing. Right.
Can hear you
Is
now.
there anything else you'd like to do?
I've used all of my actions. Is Spider still alive?
Spider is still alive.
Is it looking bad?
Very bad.
A lot of green goop leaking off of it.
This is
More
what happens
slightly
when you corner
blue.
a goblin.
More of a
Freckles.
more a slightly blue goop, but yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, next up is Storm.
Yep, first things first, using feline agility to double my movement. So I can head over here and flank the ever-loving fuck out of this Spidey boy. Okay,
Okay.
that's movement done. Moving on to the second. I'm going to cast Hex on this bad boy. The Mina Hunter's Mark. And I'm going to give him disadvantage on Dex checks.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's
And it
one.
is-
Okay, and your action?
Yep. Breaking out them silver short swords and slicing and dicing.
Okay.
Nat 20!
Roll damage.
And 1d6 necrotic.
Okay. And don't forget you can. Do you have? Actually, yeah. If you want to make a, do you have 2 attacks or?
I do.
Then roll it, please. The second attack misses, but the first one, yeah, you get a pretty good slice
18
round.
misses?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, advantage. Sorry,
He's
Yeah, that
flanking.
that hits.
Good.
Okay,
Dan
7,
knew
9. Let's see, 9, 14, 17, 25.
Nice.
One second, I'm just going to adjust this. Come on.
It's like you have to coax a scared little animal with roll 20 sometimes. Like, come on, roll 20. Come on.
I think it's just my connection. I think it's just my connection interfering with.
I was having connection problems with Roll20 earlier.
No, I think this is just a general thing at the minute with me.
Okay.
Next up is Clay. Clay is going to advance and try and take a bite.
Find out a who?
But do think roll 2. Samael.
You're being bit at, my dude.
What's the roll? There. Okay, there it is. That
It's
does not
20.
hit.
Okay, 20 does not hit.
It had
Next up,
Bolt's gonna swoosh right in over there to flank a greeny boy. And he's gonna do what he does best and gouge that fucker's eyes out. His many segmented eyes.
Yep, that hits.
For 9 damage.
9 slashing damage.
I love my beautiful.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell he's clear out his eyes because you're behind it, but yeah, you get some pretty deep gouges on its
Fair enough.
abdomen.
That'll be Bolt's turn then.
It is looking pretty beat up. Hello.
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 Is there anything else Bolt can do, or?
Nope.
Ardeth just glares at Blue, and she's just going cast Lightning Bolt. So that's 8. So that's a Dexterity throw. It fails, and Ardeth rolls 8d6. 20 advance roller. Roll it. Yeah, I'll take that first one. Yeah, you just see this lightning bolt just shear through this spider. It's still up, but it's low.
Hello.
Hello.
The internet does not like us today.
No, it does not.
Pretty bad. Okay,
We get
Jeremiah.
Yes. Well, Red has taken a chunk out of me. I'll take a chunk out of Red. 1 Mass Dex. I assume 24 hits.
It does, I just said that.
I didn't hear that. That's 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And if it's still standing, 21, which hits.
Yeah, you
That's
just
another 7 points of damage.
you just bring your axe straight down between its where its eyes are, and you basically.
Yay!
1 down, 3 to go.
Next up is Green. He's gonna have a quick decision to make. He's gonna go for Squish again.
No.
Oh no! Double nat 20!
No.
Oh dear.
No. No.
Okay. I shall make him roll that again. 21.
Still hits, but it's not a crit.
True. That is.
Okay, make a Constitution save, please. You
Just
take 13 points of damage.
Okay. Ow!
Next up is Midnight.
Okay. First off, we do a d6 to see if he gets his thingy back. He does not. Yes?
Isn't next blue?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Or
According to our turn orders, it is.
No, Midnight is 18. He's next.
okay.
Sure.
Heck, Midnight's vanished from my turn
Yeah,
order.
Midnight's on the
Yes,
turn
same.
Well, Midnight's 18 on.
Gotcha, man.
All right.
Midnight's 10. But
Yeah, Midnight's 10 initiative.
How about to save our DM's sanity, we just roll with what he says?
yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
And maybe save ourselves.
Midnight could use an extra turn, why not?
Sure.
He's only in that turn order once.
He's not in our turn order at all.
Anymore.
See, this is what annoys me sometimes. Sometimes the DM sees a different turn order than what the players see.
Yep.
Just go with it then.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
We'll just go with what the DM says. So,
Yeah.
Midi is going to fly down, and he is going to go bite. Yum yum. And then he's going to go claw.
Claw, claw.
Take a 12 doesn't hit.
He's false flanking.
That hits. 1 second.
Oh yeah, he is flanking, so it is the nat.
Yes. You're welcome.
Don't hurt my mommy.
This might be just my headcanon,
Blue?
and you're welcome to go with it or not.
Blue.
But I'm imagining that like Midnight actually clawed out the thing's eyes that time.
Okay.
He's learning from-
Blue is going to attack Ardeth.
Just biting into its body and use his claws to tear off its head.
And misses. Next up, Samael.
Alrighty. Get my character sheet back up here. And since Red is now dead, I think it counts as flanking with a spiritual weapon.
I will allow it.
Or... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, roll damage.
16.
16. 1 second. Okay, just 1 moment, please.
So Storm, you're a ranger. Use that bow of yours.
Come on.
But I have Eldritch Blast
next.
now!
Okay, if you can. Yeah. And your action, Samael?
Right. It's still alive. So, going to. That's a cantrip. 1d8, yeah. Alright, Sacred Flame.
Okay. That hits. Oh, dex save, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay, 7 damage.
Gonna say it misses. Oh, Sacred Flames. Yeah.
With range turret, let's see.
No, Sacred Flame misses.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of flies straight over the spider. Next up,
It's just before it hits it.
next up is Squish.
Okay. Now that her good boy has taken care of that little beastie, she is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get flanking.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
to run around the back of the spider. And poke it in the butt.
Okay.
With your fists.
That hits.
You got a fist, the spider?
I'm going for that delicious silk.
Spider butt.
That hits.
Oh,
And that hits.
Can I get it to make a dexterity saving throw?
Just give me 1 second. That's 14, 19, 27. Dex saving throw.
It is now prone.
Okay. You basically knock it onto his back.
And my last attack. Miss. No, wait,
Yep.
advantage 14. Does 14
Yeah.
hit?
That does not hit. So you deal 27 damage to it.
Yeah. Spiders.
Boom, and then let's say 3 hits, and as your 3rd hit, it knocks it up, and you miss with your 4th.
Yeah, it's just like going for its like little weak.
Next
point.
up,
Alrighty. First things first, I want to move my hex from dead boy to blue boy. Did you get that, Seph? Did you get that, Seph?
yep. I
Just
got
make
that.
sure.
It is now hexed. Yeah.
Cool. Do. 30 feet of movement. And I want to Eldritch Blast blue.
Go for it.
2 blasts. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, 2d10. Oh, wait, gotta do the melee attack
Yeah.
first.
You gotta do the attack first.
20 plus 6.
Oh well, I guess that's been wasted. So much for paying attention.
How?
Not afraid it misses. It both just sails straight past it. Next up,
Wait, if he was
Is-
attacking blue, would he not have advantage because it's prone?
Don't know if it applies to magical attacks at range.
tell you what, I'll let it apply this time. Roll
If you
again.
have to roll a spell attack, it still counts as a ranged attack.
That is true.
Mhm.
16?
That hits.
Yay! Now it's time for the 2d10. For fuck's sakes!
Hey,
Oh,
it's
wait,
5.
It's you
There we
watch as a few of its legs fly off, but it's still kicking.
Even with the extra 6 from Hex. Seph? Seph?
Oh, yeah.
Even with the extra 6 from
Yeah.
Hex.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, with the extra 6, you just obliterate it.
Hey!
He's dead now.
3 down, 1 to go!
Let's just see how smart you are, Spindle.
Guess what?
Yeah, he's
I
gonna
forgot.
try. Yeah, he's just gonna lunge at Sammy again. Natural 1.
Oh, Spindle's not smart. Spider Boy's
Yeah,
an
I
idiot.
just have to roll. Yeah, it kind of starts stumbling towards Sammy, and it basically loses control of its legs and takes 3 damage.
Guess what? I forgot to start using, even though I casted it.
Yes, we all forgot about it.
And I'm pretty sure there have been a few attacks that have hit.
Hmm.
Get besides, she is going to. God's sake! Right, Scotch Ray hits for just 5. Hang on a second, 1 second. 3 razor fire, so yeah, I need to do 3 rolls. Yeah, she just... Oh, let's see, that's 25. Yeah, Ardeth just cooks this spider. And with that, combat is over.
Actually, it was kind of like a Final Fantasy VI double-sided attack.
Exactly, but a pincer attack. I remember that. Right, who needs the heals?
Squish holds up her hand.
Ardeth does as well.
Uh,
Okay, get over here, the pair of you.
I'll do fine.
Why did I close my character sheet like a doofus? No, that's
Just at DM discretion, because all of us forgot about it, can we say that I just didn't cast Radiant Defense?
Oh shit, we all forgot about Radiant Defense.
Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you have the charge back. I'll let you have the charge back for it.
I think that
The first time oh shit, yeah, well no, we totally derped.
Yeah.
This is why we need to use markers and auras.
Well, I don't know if it's quite as bad as Storm forgetting he gets a +4 against humanoids! Twice!
Salty you lost that fight.
Especially since I know what it could have led to! Ah!
anyone else require healing?
That reminds me. Squish gets
I'll
2
live.
heal. Squish gets 16 points of healing.
Squish will happily take that.
Right. Has Ardeth been healed?
She has not.
Okay. Ardeth's hurt pretty bad, yeah?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Okay, let's give her a level 2 heal too.
Yep.
8?
I mean,
That's
Good rolls!
that's why I said anybody else need healing?
So that's plus 17. So 1 second.
My second level slots for the day. I don't regret it.
I didn't. Okay, I guess I didn't know whether anybody can cast a spell at a higher level. I thought that was just sorcerers. Seph? Lost our DM.
The DM has vanished into the ether once more.
What was your
Yes.
question, I see? I missed it.
I guess I thought only sorcerers could do.
Yeah, for some reason, my connection keeps slowing down every time.
That's gone again.
What timing?
Every
Any
time,
classes
what?
Spells can cast at a higher level as long as they have the spell slots to do it.
Yep.
Okay. So that will be good to know since.
I think you're thinking of meta magic, when sorcerers can use
Yes.
heightened spells to like beef up the magic even further. With their
Yeah, that's-
charisma odds.
Hey, didn't you cast spells at a higher level on Sammy before?
No, I don't think so.
Oh wow!
Well,
Now you know how much more power you have.
Well,
all
because
forgetting
again,
bits and pieces about our classes.
well, no, it's because it's like I said, it's because I thought it was sorcerer only that you could cast at higher spell
No,
slots.
Bards can do that as well.
Okay, so
That seems like a second level, like cure wounds is much more effective than a second level healing word. Ah!
I would say how is Ardeth, but are the
Yeah, she's.
Catman's got it covered.
so Sammy's gonna go over and check on the dwarf. Medicine check to see if it's still alive.
Pretty,
Where is my medicine?
still a little.
Still a little what?
And we lost him again.
Curse you!
Ice.
Oh,
Ice
man.
baby. Dum dum dum
See?
dum dum.
Is someone taking another bag check?
I'd like you to make me a medicine check.
I
Yeah,
did.
if
You
you-
did.
Dwarf is dead. The poison has just killed him a few seconds ago.
Oh. You do have Revivify, though, if you want to use it.
Ah,
On a nameless NPC.
It's up to
Yeah,
him.
on
His
a-
character.
on a nameless NPC, though? I'd rather save Revivify for one of us.
Hey, do it yourself. I understand. Stormwood, it's an expensive spell.
Hmm.
Considering it takes a fucking diamond worth at least 300
Yep.
gold pieces? Yeah!
Yep.
Wait, you're not rascal. You're not stupid. Or stupidly sentimental. Or both.
That reminds me, should the kobold be
Yeah,
carrying the
he's-
diamond?
I think it's in the party. It's in the party resources.
Yeah.
Wait,
Why
should-
Kobold is carrying?
Hurry.
No, the
It
kobold's carrying the
should
diamond.
be.
Oh no, I am carrying the 2 diamonds.
And you should remain keeping them. Because, like, well, you don't have to, like, rustle through the team like backpack in a hurry, especially in a battle.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
So yeah. Go on.
I was gonna say, obviously, I would wait till the end of a battle to bring somebody back.
Yeah, fair.
You only have a limited window to do Revivify. Don't you
It's
only
like
have like a minute
3
to do
minutes tops, isn't it?
a minute?
Hang on.
Revivify.
Casting 1 action touch, creature died within the last minute. Okay. So basically a turn to do it.
10 turns.
Technically 10 turns, but it's still a very short period. Anyway,
And if that's 10 turns, that's a lot of dying.
anyway, is there any identifying marks on this little dwarf, or any evidence of how he came to be here?
Find a symbol of rank and a note written in Dwarvish.
Oh, these are weird pictures. They're all angular.
You know, Seph, the script
Yep.
for Primordial is Dwarven, so Storm could read that.
Okay.
But
So,
You could
understand
read it,
Dwarven?
but you could not understand the words. It's like if you're reading, say, French, and you don't know a lick about the language.
Yeah, I could technically read aloud German, but I wouldn't understand it.
Hey, I'm just going by what it says in like the player's handbook. Like each language has an associated script, and the associated script for Primordial is Dwarven. And Storm learned them languages. But it's the DM's call. If he thinks that's bullshit, that's bullshit.
No, I will say that you can get the.
Get.
Get the
You open up the as you look at the note, you're able to basically get the gist.
Agmir, head back to see those piratey boys and get us another supply shipment. And beware the bloody spindles. Captain Escobar!
Gee, I wonder where he got his name.
well, at least we don't know if his first name is Apola.
Okay.
I would like anyone who's there to roll me a
Is that a history check, Seph?
survival.
I think it's survival.
Really? Uh-oh.
Okay. Survival. One of my
Storm,
strengths.
you. Yeah. I would say, yeah, everyone, you're able to identify, and you can tell the direction they were coming from, I should say. And I think we will leave it for there this week. So,
Alright.
play of the game. Oh, for God's sake. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I think we were just...
1, 2. Yeah, we heard you ask about the play of the game.
Yep,
We were thinking.
Jeremiah finally getting laid.
That's one way to look at it. Though Holly's cameo also comes to mind.
That too. That.
I think we all know what fail of the game is.
Yeah, all of us forgetting about Radiant. Oh, great. Goodness gracious.
I cast it on everybody, and everybody and me forgot that they could zap back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was something we could trigger, honestly.
It triggers once you get attacked. Well, if the attack hits.
We'll try and remember that.
To be fair, with the way my connection's been tonight, I'm gonna have to look into that. But yes, any thoughts, theories, ideas?
Genuinely surprised it was not the spider goats.
I feel for your vocal cords if you're voicing an Escobar. I'm just saying, Seph.
I have my ways.
We have our ways, yes.
So, going down the list, it is a good night from Kork.
Good night, and if you're getting it on with a Minotaur lady, wear protection.
A good night from Icy.
Good night, everyone.
I was wearing my armor.
A good night from Jurnis.
Distressed goblin noises.
A good night from Kubar.
Good night, everyone.
And a good night from your frustrated DM.
Rick and roll 20. It made our DM look bad.
No, it's on my connection, I think.
The connection and Roll20 working in tandem because they want to be Skeletor.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Good night, everyone.
good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.